We are learning more information about that terrible tragedy and the risk many people take as they approach these rocks. This is the pathway the victims took, down this pathway of shale, down the rocks. It does not seem really challenging. A lot of people can do it, thinking they've got a lot of footholds and toeholds to go. But as they get closer to the rocks, there are many hazards they can see, and it's those that are unseen that can lead to your death.
At a picturesque site, the makings of a disaster. The victims had been taking pictures. 19-year-old Catalino Ramos, his brother, 17-year-old Marcelo Ramos Vasquez, and 19-year-old Pedro Avila Vasquez of Oxnard. The water they saw in the early afternoon was calm. What they didn't see were the invisible currents beneath the surface that occasionally joined together to create a huge wave.
Can these waves arise without noticing them?
Without any warning. Yeah, I've seen it happen several times. Just without any warning, next thing you know, it's a big giant swell coming and pounding on the rocks, you know.
Alex Fabian and a friend survived a similar experience while fishing on a jetty.
The big thing is the fear that comes across you. You know, you've been hit, you're wet, you're in the water, it's cold, you know, you're in shock, you're trying to grab onto whatever you can.
It is unclear whether the three victims knew how to swim. An onlooker jumped into the water trying to save them. 24-year-old Catherine Barona of Camarillo did not want to appear on camera, but she tells Eyewitness News that conditions are far more treacherous than they appear. Even as an experienced swimmer, she was slammed against the rocks, cut by barnacles sharp as razors. She managed to drag in one person, but he had already died. Today, visitors continue to venture onto the rocks, and we saw entire families crawl through fences to get a closer look at the rock formations. Trespassing signs ignored time and again. Federal firefighters and state park rangers say they try to warn people, but they just keep coming back.
And the Sheriff's Department tells us tonight that this family is very, very poor. All three victims are immigrants from Oaxaca, Mexico. Right now, their family is trying to figure out how they're going to come up with thousands of dollars to send their bodies back home. Reporting live from Point Mugu, Miriam Hernandez, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.